Hello and welcome to Sunshine Reports. I am Obi Chukwemeka Oti. Major junctions and roundabouts in Akure have become hotspots of congestion and disorder, causing daily discomfort for residents and road users. There are renewed calls for effective urban planning to restore order and sanity to these intersections. Ayoluwa Tomiwa Adetunji reports.
The Ondo State capital, Akure, battles daily with chaotic traffic signs and gridlocks at major junctions and roundabouts from Nepa and Ojaoba to Oba Adeshida and Arakale. Navigating these intersections is a constant struggle for both motorists and pedestrians. Indiscriminate parking, roadside trading, and overcrowding have worsened the situation, often grinding movement to a halt and raising concerns about safety and order.
There are congestions at major road, especially where the pedestrians used to, where it is built for pedestrians to be passing, and even in the middle of the market, no road to pass. Even the wheelbarrow can put down a 19-year-old man, a woman that is walking, without apology.
We should also be conscious of this crowdiness. We should be mindful of our security. People should not see it as an avenue for liberty. We should be conscious of this. So we should let this be the way it should be. So the people should also make sure they maintain sanity. When they come to where they stay, crowdiness, we should avoid it. We should avoid congestion. We should avoid conurbation in the sound. So we should make sure we do things the way it's supposed to be.
Many residents say lasting solutions are long overdue. They are calling for redesigned road structures, the installation of functional traffic lights, and dedicated pedestrian walkways to ease the pressure on these busy junctions.
It is high time now, maybe they do something, they back it up by law. So if they have some people that are being punished by law, maybe there will be deterrents.
The Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Mr. Sunday Olajide, said steps are already being taken to decongest these intersections and restore order across the state's capital.
We have this Okada and tricycle riders around Nepal side, and now there is a concerted effort to relocate them, and I'm sure if you get to the place now, it's more clearer than it used to be. So then generally most of the junctions we have introduced some orderliness, and of course if you are cognizant of the traffic situation in Akure now we have the government is resuscitating the traffic lights and trying to make sure that the traffic lights are working. If you around the cathedral, that one is working perfectly now, and the number of other ones, I think the government is working on them.
Residents, however, remain cautiously optimistic, hoping that the ministry's intervention will bring long-term relief and make daily commuting in Akure safer and convenient. For now, all eyes remain on the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development as the city awaits concrete actions to resolve the persistent traffic chaos at these notorious junctions. Ayoluwa Tomiwa Adetunji, Osrc News.
To health matter, in recent years, in vitro fertilization (IVF) has become a beacon of hope for many couples battling infertility. While the medical breakthrough has brought joy to millions, it also carries certain risks that are often overlooked. Our correspondent Oluwanifemi Abayomi reports on the gains and the dangers associated with IVF.
Infertility has long been a source of emotional and psychological distress for many couples, But with the advent of in vitro fertilization, science has offered a powerful solution, one that bypasses natural conception by fertilizing the egg outside the body before implanting it into the uterus. The gains are undeniable. Medical experts said IVF has helped millions of couples experience the joy of parenthood. Success rates have improved significantly with technological advancements, and for women with blocked fallopian tubes, low sperm counts, and unexplained infertility, it is often the only path to conception.
I feel like it's like giving hope to people that you know that they do not have an advantage. Childbirth for a woman is actually a big deal. So when you can give them a means, like how many women has tried to give birth, and for years the trauma, everything that comes with it, and you can find a way forward for them. I feel like it's a good development, and technologically it's a plus one.
These days, because it's becoming a popular thing, people believe that until you have done IVF, you may not be able to conceive. Even those who have a little delay now, everything is IVF. And both the patients and the institution that is the health centers, some people, once they have an IVF facility, those you're supposed to even walk up, if they can conceive naturally. You don't want to do it again, you want to go to IVF straight.
Beyond personal joy, IVF has supported medical research, fertility preservation for cancer patients, and can aid in preventing the transmission of genetic disorders through embryo screening. Alongside the triumph lies several risks: physical, emotional, and ethnical.
IVF is associated with a lot of abnormalities. So, and if you now have the congenital abnormalities, will you now go and blame the hospital? Or are you going to blame yourself? Some people will now be asking. And another thing, when people want to do IVF, they don't listen to you. Once they have made up their mind, they want to do IVF. Even we are telling them it's not 100% success rate, is very expensive, they will go and do this wrong. At the end of the day, when the thing now fails, they become violent. Or it's a state of denial. Some of them can even threaten to burn, threaten to sue, threaten to do this. But as a physician, you understand them. It's a reactionary period. They will get to point of resolution and they will accept. Everything will be resolved.
Emotionally, the roller coaster of high expectation, financial burden, and repeated failure can lead to stress, depression, and relationship drain. In some cases, couples invest life saving in treatment that may not yield results.
IVF can affect any stage of your health system, from physical to mental to social, because you lose money, you will be affected. Emotionally, you will be affected. So these are things we look at it that it is not for immature mind or somebody that is not emotionally mature.
Before now, women giving birth through CS was actually a stigma as well. You have to give birth, in quotes, the Hebrew women delivery. Others are now even doing voluntary or elective CS as you have it. So I think IVF is sooner or later going to get into that category that people will get to understand that this is not a death sentence. This is not like something that is forbiddable. It has come to stay.
Ethnically, IVF raises questions about embryo disposal, selection, and growing use of third-party donors and surrogacy. Despite the risk, experts say with proper medical guidance and counseling and realistic expectations, many of the dangers can be managed.
Some people will bring their family that they want to do IVF, that they will share the children, the product from it. I said, no matter what came, he said the brother is not rich, he is rich. They want to use the wife of the brother to donate the egg, to be the one that will carry the pregnancy. I said, even if you carry the worst of the baby, you have money to train your own children. They don't have money to train their own children. They will always accuse you of carrying the best. Because you are the one that has the money, you have carried the best of the children. When you are old, they will go behind you to tell the child that you are not the father or you are the father. So IVF is like a black market. Everybody should be innocent in the sense that the physician is innocent, you are innocent, and we are relying on God Only we are now planning the work of God.
As the demand for fertility treatment grows, the conversation must expand beyond access, success rates to include safety, emotional wellness, and informed choice. IVF, like other medical interventions, is a tool. Its benefits best realized when its risks are fully understood. Oluwanifemi Abayomi, OSRC News.
Staying with health, the Ondo State Ministry of Health has reaffirmed its commitment to eliminating malaria in the state. This was the focus at the official inauguration of the Insecticide-Treated Net Replacement Campaign Coordination Committee, ICCN, and the Security Advisory Team, SAT. The committees are charged with overseeing the mass distribution of mosquito nets and ensuring the safety of campaign personnel across the state. Blessing Obe has more.
Malaria continues to pose a serious public health threat affecting people of all ages across Nigeria. In response, governments and health partners have intensified the routine distribution of insecticide-treated nets, ITNs, as a critical intervention. In line with these efforts, the Ondo State Ministry of Health convened stakeholders for the inauguration of the ITN Replacement Campaign Coordination Committee and the Security Advisory Team. Welcoming participants, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Dr. Adeniran Ikuomola, highlighted the essential roles both committees will play in ensuring the campaign's success. He urged members to show leadership, dedication, and commitment.
We are very important stakeholders in the execution of this project. We owe it the duty to put in our best towards the execution of the project, ensuring that the people of the state benefit maximally, especially in ensuring that we provide the leadership, the coordination that is required for the success of the campaign on August this year.
Representatives from partner organizations including the Malaria Consortium, Institute of Human Virology Nigeria, and the World Health Organization delivered goodwill messages pledging continued support for the fight against malaria.
The milestone that will take the states to a very valuable level. And Malaria Consortium is very happy to partner with Ondo State because being a state that actually show what we call like a mentor to other states. Having participated in key activity for this particular activity, I see the way the state is actually being involved. So that shows commitment, and Malaria Consortium is very happy to achieve that.
Special thank you to the leadership of the State Ministry of Health for the enabling support they give to all partners in the state, and particularly for fostering collaboration amongst all the NGOs working in the health space.
The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Banji Ajaka, stressed the urgent need to eliminate malaria in Ondo State, noting that doing so is critical to improving resident health outcomes.
As you all know, if you take malaria out of the disease body in Ondo State or in Nigeria, we are home and dry. If you take malaria out, we are home and dry. That's why this effort is highly appreciated, and God will help us.
The inauguration ceremony then followed, formally ushering in members of both committees.
I want to inaugurate this committee that will do the campaign, and the Security Advisory Committee that will lead us in the area of security for this particular exercise.
The committees, comprising representatives from health sector, media, security agencies, and other relevant stakeholders, are tasked with driving awareness campaigns and coordinating the mass distribution of ITNs across all 18 local government areas, while also ensuring the safety of field operations. Blessing Obe, OSRC News.
Away from health, as Nigeria continues to grapple with its long-standing power challenges, solar energy is emerging as a beacon of hope for individuals, communities and governments alike. With a growing desire to reduce reliance on the national grid and cut down carbon emissions, solar power is fast becoming an attractive and sustainable alternative. Osrc's Akirote Abidemi reports.
For decades, Nigeria, Africa's largest economy, has been plagued by a crippling electricity deficit, stalling development and frustrating daily lives. Frequent collapses of the national grid have become a recurring nightmare, triggering blackouts that disrupt livelihoods and slow down economic progress. But the narrative is beginning to shift, driven by necessity and innovation. A wave of transformation is sweeping across the energy landscape, turning solar energy from a luxury into a necessity for households, businesses, and public institutions. From illuminating the street lights to powering homes, communities, and government agencies, solar power is steadily becoming a vital component of Nigeria's economic mix.
There are two different things. For instance, if you have electricity, most of the problem that people have with electricity is that once they pay the money for the electricity, no matter the case may be, they don't enjoy their light, and they will definitely make use of coming to come and collect their money. But in terms of solar, it is 24 hours usage, and it depends on the capacity.
The light is 24/7, and I use it to charge phone at the same time to light bulb.
With improved technology and falling costs of solar panels, the transition to solar is no longer out of reach. For many Nigerians, it offers a reliable, long-term solution to persistent electricity woes.
For almost 8 months now, we don't have light. So we usually use solar energy is so much better. Now, if the federal government can be able to empower people, give them solar, I think that's the best option. Because all the people to rely on and we are relying on empower, it's not happening. So, like what happened last time when they brought the lights, in fact, all my electric just got damaged.
The widespread adoption of solar energy is also enhancing Nigeria's energy security and environmental sustainability, buoyed by supportive government policies and strategic initiatives. A significant example is the federal government's 10 billion naira investment in a solar power system for the Osrc presidential villa, an unspoken admission of the national grid's shortcomings. The acting managing director of the Ondo State Power Energy, Mayowa Ajumobi, underscores the unreliability of the grid.
They will have to look for the alternative. And what is the alternative that is available? Solar. Solar is the form of energy that is relatively free, other than you purchasing the equipment you need, the solar panels, the batteries, and the inverters. So when you are not getting ready supply from the national grid, then you have to choose the best alternative, which is solar. So basically that's the reason people are shifting. It's not because they want to. If the grid is there, they will stick to the grid because it's cheaper. But with a unstable grid, you have to shift to the alternative.
He highlights the state government's proactive efforts to take control of its energy future, ensuring more stable, accessible, and beneficial electricity supply for all residents of Ondo State. Ajumobi emphasized that solar initiatives and conventional power efforts are being harmonized to secure consistent power delivery across the state.
Now that the state is taking charge, like I told you, the governor has gone to Abuja yesterday with the commissioner for energy and all the other personnel to sign an agreement to ensure that 26 communities benefit from solar. You understand? But at the same time too, they are also working. We are working hand in hand to ensure that grid connection, which is the cheaper form of energy, gets to as many people as possible.
As Nigeria begins to shift from dependence on the fragile national grid to embrace the potential of solar energy, a new era of energy independence is dawning. Despite persistent challenges, solar power holds immense promise, lighting the path to a brighter, cleaner, and more reliable energy future for millions of Nigerians. Abidemi Akinrotoye, Osrc News.
Now talking sports, jubilation has swept across Nigeria following the Super Falcons' record-extending 10th Women's Africa Cup of Nations title. While the government and the private individuals have announced rewards for the team, the victory has also reignited calls for fair treatment and recognition of athletes across all sports. Ayoluwa Tomiwa Adetunji now reports.
Nigeria have won the Women's Cup of Nations for a 10th time.
From the street of Lagos to the market of Kano and the neighborhoods of Akure, Nigerians are celebrating a familiar triumph, the Super Falcons, once again reigning supreme on the continent.
A very huge grace opportunity for this country. As a giant of Africa, we spell out that name and we make that name to happen. We are the giant.
Amidst the celebrations, the federal government has promised cash rewards and national honors for the players and the technical crew. Some state governors and private organizations have also announced gifts ranging from cash to houses and endorsements.
I hereby direct the allocation of 3-bedroom apartments for each of the players and technical crew in our Renew Hope Estate. In addition, there is a cash award of the Naira equivalent of $100,000 each.
It's a gesture widely applauded, but also a reminder of the unequal attention and compensation given to the athletes in other sports.
This is what's happening everywhere across the globe, you know. This is what the US, the Brazilian, and every other people do. And this is the only way they can benefit from the country. And it's okay, but at the same time, if it can be done to all other sports as well, both junior, both senior, encourage other coaches as well from all other sports.
Some athletes say why this Falcons victory is inspiring, it underlines how reward systems in Nigerian sports are often skewed.
It's very necessary. It's a kind of encouragement, even for the oncoming ones, that your struggle will never be in vain. It's supposed to be like that. At least encourage them. They've suffered months in camp. Athletes should be encouraged. Now, before, when it's our time, when we're participating, it's not all about money. But these days, because of how things are in Nigeria, they need to be encouraged.
Nigerians agree that football deserves applause, but many are now calling on the government and corporate bodies to extend such support to athletes in other disciplines, especially those who excel on the international stage. With 10 WAFCON titles, the Super Falcons have become a symbol of excellence and resilience. But their victory also spotlights the need for balanced reward systems and broader investment in Nigerian sport. As the nation basks in the Falcons' latest triumph, many hope this moment sparks lasting change for all of Nigerian sporting heroes. Ayoluwa Tomiwa Adetunji, Osrc News.
And that does it on Sunshine Report. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.